Good evening, everybody. Welcome to
Hello.
Tuesday Night Expedition Night on the Basement Show with Mr. Knast. I am Mr. Knast. Joining me tonight is...
The spawn of Rev Grimm.
How's everyone doing tonight? We have Heather Dart on YouTube already. Hello, Heather. Mr. Troy, Mr. Alex, and your dad is back up to 93. That is
Which is really good.
good to hear. I mean, we had a little technical difficulties before to start the show, but we're here now, and I'm happy to see that number 93. Keep it going up.
Those honey buns must have worked.
Yeah, so looking as always, hello Spawn, Mama D. Mama D's our Twitch looker, okay? She may not always talk, but she's always around. If you ask me, it's kind of creepy.
Kind of creepy. We gotta keep Twitch up there.
Yeah, and
Auntie is always watching.
now that just sounds creepy how you said that, Mama D. I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking and I'm always watching you.
How do you feel after your recovery?
Yes, Mama D had the colon check, right? The thing.
Soda, ice cream bar, and dinner should help.
That is true. I brought back a third place medal this past weekend. Congratulations. Hey, might not be first place or second place, Troy, but third place is still pretty awesome. So.
Yes, that is true. You're pretty much an aunt.
I've known this girl most of as long as she's been alive. Well, I've known you, 13 years myself now?
Yeah, for as long as my dad and Shannon have been together.
Yeah, so about 16, 17 years now, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've known her a long time too, Mama D. Wow. See, what are you joining us? What's he doing? What are you doing?
Crazy. Who's joining in?
What do you want?
Join.
What do you think? It was that easy to get rid of me?
Listen, okay? I have a lot to say. You know how that thing you always told me growing up? I can't date until, you were, dead? Yeah, listen. I don't even think rat poison will kill you.
She was itty bitty?
I would be single for the rest of my life. If I lived on what he said.
Shannon's calling the doctor tomorrow and screaming at the doctor.
As they should.
Yeah, the medicine shouldn't be making you feel like that.
Yeah, Bubby soda. Of course, now, I feel, overly full because I don't normally drink soda.
Yeah, I don't keep soda in the house because it makes me bloated.
44. Anything lower than a 40, then you start talking about diabetic coma.
Yep.
And I was at 44. So that's what's causing the spots of the eyes.
I gotta talk to a certain reverend Saturday evening.
That's Mr. Troy.
So I will let you guys have at it. I'm going to go sit and pour dinner down now.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, it got there, and then in 2 hours, I gotta check it again.
Well, I'm off after the show. I'll be home all day tomorrow, so if you need anything, you know where to find me.
All right.
And I'm right across the street.
Good show. Good luck with the show, guys. I will talk to you soon.
Yeah, like Mama D said, orange juice.
Oh, yeah. Orange juice will spike you straight up.
You should have told me that. I had orange juice in the fridge.
Shannon was looking for whatever sugar she could find.
Or if you're in my father's case, he used to call it moo-moo milk. He swore by chocolate milk and he was a diabetic.
Thing is, we don't keep sugar in the house because I don't use it.
Always need at least a little bit.
I always got sugar, so you're good here.
So, all right, guys, have a good show, and I will see you soon.
Yeah. All right.
All right. No, we have a baby pack of OJ. There you go. Mama D's prepared.
I already have orange juice in my fridge from Sam's Club. It's this fresh squeezed one that they do at the store.
Yeah, Wegman sells those too.
I can't drink it because it causes really bad heartburn.
True. Forget it all the acid and stuff like that.
Mhm. So I can't
Yeah,
drink it. I drank it the one day and I regretted it.
I get that.
I was like, yeah, nope, never again.
It's not for everybody, so. But you weren't here last week. Last week on the show, I covered the wonderful state of Oregon and South Dakota. Hello, Jackie. Nice to see you.
Hi, Jackie.
And next time they go food shopping, remind them to get little OJ diabetic spread. I will do that.
Yes.
If not, I will pick it up myself and get it for him.
They got the little one of those little boxes like they sell in school.
Yeah, they're meant for little kids.
Mm.
And plenty of sugar in that. So, I mean, if not purely iced tea. But as I was saying last week, I covered the great states of Oregon and South Dakota. Spawn wanted to join the fun this week. So she will be doing the great state of Alabama.
You didn't want to see Ronnie's comment when I said I was doing Alabama.
What did he say?
He said we're cousins. He wrote it in my notebook. I was like, really?
Fun. Ronnie's always got jokes.
I'm like, really? In my notebook?
And then after Spawn's done Alabama, I am jumping over to, I guess you can say, the west side of the country again. And I will be doing Utah.
Procedure went good. Results came back as benign. That is really good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that, Mama D.
Yeah, it's like that cyst they found on my kidney. I ended up causing myself to have anxiety attacks. Then they said it was benign.
And you probably felt better, right?
I felt like such a relief. I started crying to the doctor. Like full-blown tears. But it's just like, I don't know, as a parent and you hear certain stuff like that, you get worked up.
Yeah.
Then they wanted me to get a CAT scan done because they think the ultrasound machine messed up and like looked like a little incision. But I never went. I was like, it's probably the mess up. You're saying nothing else is wrong. I have 2 perfectly healthy kidneys. I'm not even going to work myself up over anything.
Yeah, there's no need to. I mean, I'm 37 now, so about 2.5 years, I will be going on for the colonoscopy and all that fun stuff myself. So
they wanted me to do that after Zayden was born. I said no.
Well, who knows? Maybe I could do a basement show getting a colonoscopy done.
Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
I'm just waiting for Mom to just say, yep.
I finally finished all my dental work.
Don't even get me started on that. I have not even touched mine yet.
I just got my permanent crown put in yesterday. I was in there for all of 20 minutes. The doctor popped the temporary one out, and then he was cleaning it, and he dug the pick into the nerve of my tooth. And I gripped his hand up, and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Yep, I'll be doing more than a cap. I'll be doing my whole top and bottom.
I asked how much would it cost me to get my whole like front done, and they're like, you're looking at like thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, 2 monthly payment plans?
The prep ruined Gatorade for me. So Mama D wants a case of Gatorade. I got it. Lemon lime too, right?
Oh.
She's going like, Johnny, I'm going to kill you.
I don't like drink certain kind of Gatorades.
I knew that was covered. I saw that covered.
I had not a colonoscopy. Because I was having stomach issues. And they put me to sleep to put a camera down to look at my stomach. I swear I woke up and I wanted to blow chunks all over the waiting area.
Ugh.
Have anything with red dye. You're not allowed to have vegetables or fruits. You're basically stuck.
Yeah.
And diet.
She's not lying. I mean, I've heard horror stories about it, so I'll be going through that soon enough.
That's perfect tonight. Horrors of colonoscopies. That's perfect for tonight. There's your expedition.
Well, then you need Mama D on here as a guest host
to talk about colonoscopies.
Yeah. I don't think people want to sit through a whole 2 hour of that thing, though.
Just getting something stuck up. Yeah. So, what purpose, Tony?
Hey, anything in MA, I'm going to in October. Not yet. I am saving Massachusetts specifically for October with this show.
I want to go. I already told Ronnie I want to go to Salem, Massachusetts in October.
I will tell you one thing. If you do want to go, book it in advance, like a year or two in advance, because it books up fast.
That's what I heard. Everybody, like I've seen people go, and I'm like, I want to go. Because I want to do. Me and Ronnie already talked about it. We want to have our big wedding in about a year, and I want a fall themed wedding. And people are like, why don't you go to Salem, Massachusetts and do it? I'm like, I don't know, because that's about the Salem witch trials.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronnie's mom's side of the family are, they have a religion. And I'm like, they're not going to agree to that. So I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
Jackie
Ronnie
said that.
wants to, no, go to your room. So Ronnie wants to do that this October. Me dressed up as a witch from the Salem witch trials.
Well, I mean, I hope Jackie have the trip booked, because if not, you're gonna have a very hard time finding something in that area to stay. Plus, by now, prices are probably through the roof.
Is it like a town?
Yeah, it's an actual town, but it's so overpopulated, it's insane. Like if you go during the Halloween season and you don't stay in Salem, they tell you not to drive into town.
Oh wow!
They basically.
I know the expedition search for that is going to be so interesting.
Oh, absolutely. But like when you go there, say you say 10 minutes from Salem, they encourage you. No, I shouldn't say encourage. They tell you to take public transportation. I know I have to book something. Jackie, I'll jump on it tonight. I'm not even lying to you. Jump on it as soon as you can. Your best bet is to take an Uber from wherever you're staying to Salem. Mama needs no. She is 100% right. Rely on public transportation, because there's not many public parking lots and they all fill up quickly.
Mm.
So, like, if you're going to Salem, it's like an all day thing that you want to go, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, and you're walking around town till 9, 10 o'clock at night. So, Airbnb is something to look at. Sometimes it offers a good deal. That is also true. But, Jackie, I wouldn't wait any longer. I would go on and look something up right now. Like, hands down, get off the show and go look up Salem, because I guarantee it, you're not going to find anything. I'm sorry to be a bearer of bad news, but Salem books up quick. Which wrong now? She left me. But yeah, Airbnb, you got to look at your transportation aspect of it. Salem is the hottest town when it comes to Halloween season. So that's why I figured with this type of show, I would wait till as we got closer. Say Massachusetts for last on the 50 state list. Today, more states, 9 and 8, 7 and 8. So, I mean, I wanted to try to save the Salem stuff closer to Halloween. That way you can make an actual real kick-ass Halloween Tuesday night expedition night beforehand. Because if I'm not mistaken, let's see real quick. Halloween's on a Thursday, so an expedition night for Halloween week, if the show's still around, would be October 29th, which is perfect. So, but I don't know where Spawn went. I guess I'm starting this off with the bang. Oh, there she is. All good?
Yeah, the boys were acting up.
That means if we stay with this lineup, ladies' night will be on mischief night. That is true. Oh no. You know what that means then, right?
No.
The Rev Grimm show will be on Halloween night. Oh no.
Perfect night for him. Well, no, my dad loves Halloween.
Oh boy.
I love Halloween.
I'm on strike. So would you like to start this one, or would you like me to?
You can, and I can go if you want. Perfect night for him. Exactly. See, perfect night. When is Halloween this year?
A Thursday night.
Oh yeah, it is Thursday. Oh man, we get Tuesday, the 29th, 2 days before Halloween.
Yeah, but we can still do Salem for Halloween. It would still be just as fun.
That's true.
All right, let me pull this up. If I got you put it off to the side, but that's okay. Too late for nose goes. I know. I signed myself up for that one. All right, so we checked out the 14 most terrifying places in Utah and the horrifying. So this list was published back in 2017. So who knows? It might be even more crazy to find out nowadays compared to what it was back then. Which I might actually see if I can find a better list. If that's that old, then that might not be updated. Let me see real quick. Leave that up.
I found this up to date.
Let's see if I can find a better list. Uh, 2021. So let's try this one. Let's go with. All right, 11 spine-tingling hauntings said to be true in Utah. This was April 12th, 2021. So a little bit more up to date than the other one. A good ghost story will give you chills up and down your spine, and Utah has plenty of spots that are supposedly haunted. Here are 11 of our favorite spine-tingling tales. So number 1, we have the White Lady of Lada. The lower town of Lada was a blooming mining town at the turn of the 20th century, but in 1927, an avalanche ripped through the town, killing several residents. A woman in a white dress is often seen wandering around the vacant buildings here. Many people believe that she's the widow of a miner who have died. So, Lady in White.
Yeah, no.
I mean, just look how cool that abandoned building looks. It looks so preserved.
They look nice and interesting, but I'm like a chicken shit. One little noise or sound, I'm out.
You gotta learn to live life, Steph.
I'm gonna be like the Looney Tunes and Zoom. I'm gonna be Roadrunner.
Beep beep.
Yeah, for real.
All right, the young girl's ghost at Moon Lake. So you have the nice, beautiful lake scenery right there.
Oh, why they gotta ruin a nice, beautiful lake with a scary story?
If you go camping at Moon Lake in the high units, you might run into a ghost of a young girl. Several campers have reported that she appears in broad daylight, soaking wet and shivering. As they try to give her assistance, she disappears right in front of them. Now that's cool.
Yeah, I have a load in my pants.
Like again, beautiful scenery. You would never guess that. Like, that would happen.
So imagine like pictures and stuff like that, but then just to see like a random little girl.
Help me. Help me.
Yeah. Next thing you know, she's gonna look like the girl from The Ring.
That'd be cool. Climbs a Civil War soldier at Fort Douglas, the Fort Douglas Museum. Fort Douglas is said to be home of several ghosts, but Clem is the most often seen. He's thought to be a Civil War soldier who was murdered by a disgruntled private at the fort in 1899. Clem is short and stocky and has a beard. He's often seen wandering amongst the headstones at the Fort Douglas Cemetery. That's cool. You have a ghost who hunts ghosts.
I heard there's this like friends from like my old neighborhood, and they said they would go to this like campsite, and there's like a cemetery around, and they said it's like Civil War or some war that happened in that area. Mm-hmm. And they said if you literally take pictures, that sometimes the ghost would appear in the picture. And they said they used to do it every year. I'm like, you guys aren't scared? And they're like, no, it's fun. And they would literally take pictures and they would appear inside the picture.
Yeah, some people like the hauntings and stuff. I mean, me personally, I don't mind it. I've done a couple expeditions on my own, not out of state, but like.
You wouldn't be scared, though?
No. I mean, they always say as long as you don't mess with the demon spirits, they don't come messing with you. Mm-hmm. So if you come in, be respectful to your surroundings and all that, a ghost doesn't bother you.
But they probably sense that you're scared.
Well, that's the question, though. Are you scared, or are you feeling mischievous and just like the exploring aspect of it? Mm-hmm. So, depends how you look at it. Let's see. Look, another cemetery. There you go. The Unsettled Souls at Salt Lake City Cemetery. Salt Lake City Cemetery is the final resting place for more than 125,000 people. That's 250,000 if you ask me. And more than a few are said to roam through the cemetery years after the failure. Visitors reported hearing footsteps, seeing orbs, and hearing the cries of babies. Some have even seen children running around the cemetery who disappear into thin air when approached. See, now that's the part that might startle you a little bit when you're exploring late at night, is hearing like baby cries and all that. Mm. But like seeing orbs and all that, like you can see them anywhere.
Yeah.
Again, if you don't disturb them, they don't disturb you.
Right.
So. Ooh, the ghostly children at Murray Park. Let's see. Sometimes ghost stories pop up in unexpected places. Murray Park is a beautiful park with shady trees, plenty of grass for picnics, and 4 different playgrounds. People at the park report seeing a young boy and his little sister on the playground, and both seem distraught. But the kids disappear when people approach. So look, you can just go to a normal playground and have ghosts.
Right.
Welcome back, sir. Thank you for joining back in.
How do you feel?
We're just talking about all the different. Your daughter is scared. She doesn't like the whole ghost figure idea and interacting with ghosts.
No, like I don't know. I don't know. My dad tried to torture me the other day.
Well, he is your dad. What do you expect?
Well, I have it's a childhood trauma, okay? I'm terrified of killer clowns of outer space, like beyond terrified of them.
Yeah.
And if he knows that, my brothers know that. He tried to put that on while I was there. I said, nope, I love you. See you. Bye-bye. Like, we went to GameStop and they had plushes of them because they're coming out with the game. And I was like, oh, this would be really nice for my dad. But I was so petrified to pick it up. Like, I wouldn't even pick up a doll because I'm so terrified of them.
I mean, I got Chucky in my dining room if you want me to go grab Chucky.
I'm not scared. I'm fine with Chucky. I'm fine. Like, even Pennywise, I'm not even scared of Pennywise. Those clowns from that movie, I'm terrified of those clowns.
I don't know why.
That's the thing. I guess it's just because it affected me as a child. My babysitter put it on and made me watch it. I was like maybe Zayden's age watching it. And ever since then, I've been petrified of him. Someone is going to have sex with a ghost on the Rev Grimm show. Okay.
His show, his rules. So if you want to see that, I don't know when it's going to happen, but you heard it from the
Rev Grimm how show. It's going to happen, but okay.
Hey, I don't ask questions when it comes to his show. All right. Number 6, the ghostly horses at Dead Horse Point State Park. That looks cool. That looks beautiful.
That is beautiful. But that'd probably be cool to see a ghost horse run around.
The Legend of Dead Horse Point State Park, say that 4 times fast, is a horrifying tale. It said that the cowboys were poaching horses from the native people in the area and drove the horses to the natural corral on the peninsula of land that sits far above the Colorado River. Then the thieves abandoned the horses who died of thirst. Campers at the state park report hearing the stamping of hooves and whinies of horses late at night. So while you're camping there, I don't know how I feel about that. Like all of a sudden, you feel like
You can set up a camp without rolling off a hill.
I don't know, but just imagine that you're standing there and you feel something like run through your body, and here it was a ghost horse.
I don't know. That sounds pretty cool.
That would be interesting. I wonder how it would feel.
I feel like somebody shoved you.
Yeah. The ghost of Håkan Olsen, the first owner of the Shooting Star Saloon. For those who don't know, saloon is the old word for tavern, bar.
I thought that always said salon.
Speaking of horses, do you think Cherry Hill Racetrack could be haunted by animals? I have heard it is.
The Cherry Hill Racetrack.
That's where but actually where Wegmans was built, and that whole entire shopping center.
Oh, you're talking about where that I seen it there like a couple of weeks ago. They're trying to save that one spot right there. Like they want to tear it down.
Yeah, when you first go into the parking lot right there, that used to be a ticket office. Because that whole shopping center, from where the Home Depot is, Dick's Sporting Goods, Wegmans, and then all that stuff in the back, that was all a horse racetrack.
Oh wow!
And where all the new houses are along Haddingfield Road, that used to be where all the stables were.
Oh wow!
Of all the horses and stuff, and there had been horses that unfortunately did pass away on property. So there's been stories of that ground being like haunted for years.
Oh wow! Yeah, they're trying to say they want to rip down that one spot, but they're like, that's such a historic landmine for Cherry Hill, and they want like people to come together and save it so they don't tear it down.
Well, it's a historical landmark.
Yeah.
There's actually a placard on the outside of it that says National Landmark Historical Society, the whole 9 yards. So they technically don't have the right to knock it down without fighting people.
Yeah.
And then say you went in that driveway, off to your left, you see there is like a little pond lake area with a fountain. There was actually a brass horse in the middle of that lake. Someone stole it. 15-pound ton statue of a horse, and someone stole it.
What the hell?
And to this day, they never found it.
That's crazy.
So I can only imagine what that was worth in brass and stuff, copper and stuff.
They probably had to cut that thing down.
But that whole area is haunted. I always joke that the Wegmans I work at is haunted because the day that opened, which oddly enough is 18 years ago today, the owner, CEO of the company at the time passed away. The same day Cherry Hill opened. So we always say that the Cherry Hill Wegmans is haunted by his ghost.
How long have you been at Wegmans?
18 years.
So you've been there since that store opened?
Yep, I was there opening day. I was 19 when I started.
Wow.
So, I mean, I started at Mount Laurel 2 weeks after that one opened. And then when Cherry Hill opened in June that same year, I went over to Cherry Hill.
Oh, wow.
So, yes.
I always thought, you know our old Pennsauken house?
Yeah.
We always thought, well, I didn't really think of it, but Rodney always thought that house was haunted.
It depends. You got to look at the backstory of it.
I'm like, I would not doubt it. Because he said the one night he was sleeping, I was asleep too. Mind you, I still had, I don't know if you ever met the dog Max we had. He was the big black lab.
Okay.
And Ronnie was sleeping, dead asleep. I was dead asleep. Max used to sleep in the room. And Ronnie said he had woke up and somebody was standing over top of him smiling. I'm like, if that is true, he's like, oh, somebody must have broke in. I was like, the dog would have went crazy. And he's like, oh, maybe it's just something that's haunted, like maybe the house is haunted. I said, if that was true, the dog would have been barking because they see that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, and babies. I had Zayden there. So I'm like, Zayden would have saw it too. I'm like, you're crazy. Go back to sleep. He's like, no, I'm not going back to sleep.
I mean, there's rumors that my house is haunted.
Oh, I already know my dad's house is haunted. We've been haunted by my grandfather for years.
I mean, people think the house I live in now is haunted. I mean, is it true? I don't know. Do I have to maybe do my own paranormal activity thing here? Sure, that'd be cool.
I don't know. Like when I first moved into this apartment, I never got to tell you the story about that, Mom, about what Riley saw. He'll tell you what he saw. Like full blown saw somebody standing over top of him, smiling at him while he was sleeping. And I was sleeping right there. I woke up, everything was fine. The dog was right there, wasn't barking. But when we moved into this apartment, we had neighbors downstairs. And they really strongly believe there was something like going between up here, this apartment, and downstairs, because they said when this apartment was vacant, they used to hear walking in this apartment at night, and nobody would be here. And I'm like, I don't know, I don't believe it, but yeah, no. My bed is on the floor, so I can't have killer clowns under my bed. But for the last 4 years, I've been having nonstop tenants under me moving out of the apartment. Like, they don't last. They just keep going out. I'm like, something must be wrong with that apartment if nobody wants to stay in it.
Or they can't stand your kids.
I wouldn't die. I don't even can't stand them some days.
Mom,
yes,
Dad,
my mom and Jimmy's old house. This is what used to scare me over there. They used to have crosses on their door.
There's nothing wrong with that.
The glass part, like crosses on each, and then at nighttime, the light would reflect it, and it would show up on the wall.
That sounds pretty cool.
That's not pretty cool. That's scary.
You just never watched The Exorcist. You don't understand.
I watched the second one for my anniversary of Ronnie, and that movie made me so uncomfortable. And I've watched some pretty scary stuff, and that movie made me so uncomfortable. Like when it pops up on like my subscriptions, I'll hurry up and go past it because I just don't like seeing it.
And then Shannon's saying the Moorestown house was haunted. The dogs don't bark when they see the kids that play. And then you want to say, yeah, that was weird. It's probably the killer clown that lives downstairs.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt that nobody's house is doesn't have anything in it. You never know. You don't know the history of it. You don't know what the place is built on. You know, you could have built it on something and they're a little upset about it, you know? But I don't know.
Well, my house was built in 1918, so I would have to do some real big digging to find out what my house was built on back in the day. So
yeah, I think the Pennsauken house, I did research. I think it was built 1916 or something like that. The Pennsauken house was built. I was like, yep.
And it could because they were next to the Whorehouse Motel.
Listen, I heard some things about that hotel. Somebody's body ended up in the river from that hotel. They used to stay in that hotel, and then their body ended up in the river in a bag.
Okay, then. I mean, definitely interesting, but like you said, there's stories about anywhere you go. Whether it's your house, your neighbor's house, so forth, apartment buildings. So, I mean, it's endless. Hello, Amanda. The story I was told that was the first house on the block.
Damn.
New Kids on the Block. I forgot how that song goes. I'm not gonna try to sing it. I promise. But just if it was the first house on the block, then it's pretty old.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my research on that house now.
Hey, there's your project for if you come back the Tuesday night. You have to dig up everything you can find on the house you grew up in.
Deal.
And I will see what I can. I will see what I can find about the house I grew up in.
Deal.
All right. Let's see. Back over to the ghost of Hawking Olson, the first owner of the Shooting Star Saloon. Well, that must say is a pretty cool looking building.
Mm-hmm.
Utah's oldest continuous operating bar is said to be haunted by its original owner. Hawking Olson was apparently quite a character, and he owned and operated the bar all the way through Prohibition. Several of the staff throughout the years have claimed to see him, and they say that he often turns the lights on after they leave. So he's a late night drinker. He likes to party.
Nothing wrong with that.
I was about Zoe's age when Poppy and G bought the house. And then your mom said she would go there. I would too.
That's the moment I feel someone touching me. See ya.
Remember when we lived in Morristown and they found the guy dead in the house? No one knew for weeks until Meals and Wheels did a welfare check because his food was stacked at his door.
Is it the guy that used to live next door, the old couple? Because I remember the couple from next door. And I think you're talking about him. The old guy. Sounds like a real old couple. Or just the old guy.
That's feeling better. But
all
right.
Higher worldly spirits.
American Fort Canyon. No, the guy across from the Smith house.
It was up the street.
I think it was about 4 houses down on the left.
I don't remember. I haven't been on that street in years.
Well, I can pull it up if you want me to.
No.
You want me to try to find it?
Probably not even blue no more.
American Fort Canyon is beautiful, but many people claim that it's full of unexplained paranormal activity. Tempest Cave is said to be haunted by spirits who brush up next to people during the cave tour, and visitors sometimes hear thundering footsteps running towards them on the trail leading to the cave. Ghostly hitchhikers plague drivers who take the road late at night. Now that's fucking awesome. A ghostly hitchhiker.
I'll try and run it over.
Just think, your dad could find a ghostly prostitute trying to hitch for a ride.
Don't give him any ideas.
There you go, sir. Well, he already said that someone's going to have sex with a ghost on the Rev Grimm show. I mean, what's worse than having a ghostly prostitute?
You can easily just go down to Camden and find a ghostly prostitute.
See, your mom even agrees. Yes.
Be a prostitute called Dixie.
I'm in. There you go. I haven't heard from Dixie, okay? I don't know where the hell she's at. She's doing her own thing.
She's probably hiding from Uncle Lynn and Peaches.
You never know. All right. The Restless Spirits at the Salt Lake City County Building. That looks awesome. It might seem odd to find ghosts at the municipal building, but some of the people who work at the Salt Lake City County Building swear that it's haunted. It's thought that at least 5 different ghosts haunt the halls and offices here, including 2 children, a previous Salt Lake City mayor, and a past judge.
Tough.
Now, if you're telling me a former mayor haunts the city hall, that's fucking cool.
You're probably like, I wasn't done my, service.
I wasn't done yet, and you killed me off.
Right.
So I'm gonna come back and haunt you. I mean, but just look at the how it's built.
I know, it's pretty. It looks like a castle.
And think about it. That's a county building.
That's so pretty.
again, like doing this type of stuff, like makes you want to go visit different areas.
I just won't do it during the nighttime.
True. Ooh, the ghost at Utah's most famous ghost town.
I
Yep.
mean, look how it looks. What do you expect?
Yeah, but that's what's nice about the old West. Mama D would tell you, there's ghost towns everywhere. That's what the West is known for, is historical ghost towns. I mean, Grafton is Utah's most famous ghost town, and it was the site of several tragedies over the years. Visitors who wander through the cemetery report hearing chilling screams, the sound of babies crying, and the eerie laughter of children.
That's scary.
Depends. You hear it during the night, the afternoon, or the morning, night. So, I mean, depends on what time of day you actually hear it. But looking out of town it's basically in the middle of nowhere.
Nowhere.
Like that black thing in the back is what intrigues me the most. Looks like almost like a cage.
Mm-hmm.
You trap your spirits in, and you not go anywhere. All right, the Purple Lady at the Denver and Rio Grande Depot. That's the best time to visit haunted places at night, because that is when the action happens. That is true, but there's also reports out there that a lot of happenings sometimes happen during the day. So it honestly really depends on where you go.
Mm-hmm.
But at night is mostly the time that they say to do expedition, because that's when the spirits are more active compared to during the day. But that's not always true. So the Purple Lady at the Denver and Rio Grande Depot. Sounds like
Or
a
is she
train
related
station.
to Barney or something? And
I
she's
don't know.
purple?
If you visit the restroom at the Denver and Rio Grande Depot, you
Oh,
may
that's nice. Taking a shit. Next thing you know, you have a purple lady popping up.
you may see a lady dressed in purple in the mirror. She's said to be a woman who got into an argument with her fiance on the train platform. She took off her engagement ring and threw it onto the tracks, then immediately regretted her actions and climbed down to retrieve it when she was struck by a train and killed. She's seen in different spots throughout the depot. Depends on what kind of ghost text you want. Blumpkin time. Yeah.
I'm serious. Just imagine taking a shit. Next thing you know, you got a scary purple girl standing there. That'll definitely make you shit quicker.
Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm just intrigued. I want to see what your dad, if he has anything to say about this.
It says pumpkin time.
Because, well, your dad's not the one that shits in public, so.
No, Ronnie doesn't do that in public.
I'm just intrigued.
I know dang well taking a shit and getting a blowjob from a ghost.
Now, what would you call that, sir? I guess that's what he would call pumpkin time, right?
I can't
you.
call pumpkin because she's dead.
I don't know. That's it for that list. So now I got him thinking.
How are you thinking?
And we sometimes know when Grimm thinks it's never a good thing. So before we dive into your list, I am actually going to run the first commercial for Horns Customs real quick. I guess we can just do the flash sale one real quick for the tumble loops. Is that okay?
And while that's running, can we please get a roll call?
I will put that in chat for you 1 second. Quiet night tonight, though. So I will run that, and then I am going to run this real quick. So everyone this week, Owens Customs is having a flash sale on tumblers. They're marked down from $15, from $25 to $15 for pre-made tumblers. Here's a quick video to show you what they have.
Nothing can stop us now.
Look at this. Oh, perfect. Oh my God. Now you're just showing off. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe my eyes.
Yeah. Girl, I love it when we.
Ladies and gentlemen, the party has just begun.
Girl, you got it. You make it look easy. Switch it up and stay in your lane. Girl, you got it.
All right, and we are back. That is a flash sale going on over at Holmes Customs right now. Pre-made tumblers marked down from 25 to 15, so go check them out.
A new tumbler.
You can get a lot of it at Holmes Customs. T-shirts.
I do have a lot of them.
Vinyl. I mean, what else we got?
I have
You
a
can
total of
get-
7 tumblers here.
I have 2. I think you got me beat.
But do you want to hear something really messed up? Out of the 7, I have 1.
Bang.
Rodney has 3. Zayden has 1. Raiden has 1. Roman has 1. And I have 1.
Well, then you got to stop making them for Rodney.
I just got 1 for Zayden's teacher. It's like a teacher appreciation type of thing because she's like a really, really good teacher. I got 1 with Stitch in school.
There you go.
Because she loves Stitch. So I'm going to take it to her tomorrow because I have to go up to the school. And we're going to give that to her tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Only Alex. I know there's more people in this chat than Alex.
I know. Everyone's being quiet. Don't get it. No one likes us. Lame.
Boring people. I know there's other people here.
But while we're waiting to see if more people want to file in, let me bring this up for you. That was a custom design. There you go.
Yes. Okay. Well, because I can't control it, I'm going to read it off of my phone. Too. So I have a better thing.
We did Utah in the first half. Now this time around, the Spawn is going to take over. We're going to learn about the great state of Alabama. That was a custom design. It was made from scratch. So it was made with love. The Yellow Hammer State is full of historical attractions and rumored to be haunted. Right off the bat, that looks like a really cool place.
Yeah, I'm busy where to start off at. Hold on 1 second. I don't have a, hold on 1 second. No, near 2.
Were you trying to bring up on your end too?
Yeah. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay, just making sure. It's not what I wanted. I was doing that. Well, of course, it's not gonna export. I'm gonna have to do it off my phone. That's fine. Just keep it pulled up there, and I'll just read it off.
Yeah.
We can get it up. Go down a little bit more. See if I can see.
I can make it bigger.
No,
How's that?
it was smaller. So I can see. Because I was gonna read it off my phone.
Okay.
That should work.
Just jump back in. Welcome back, Amanda. We are back to start Alabama.
Alabama. I figure we stop at the top of the list instead of jumping all over the place.
Okay, so you want to go back up?
Alphabetical order.
So Swass Furnace Natural.
Natural Historic Landmark in Birmingham. Oh, there we go. That's big enough. Perfect. Perfect. Most of us had bad bosses at some point in our lives. You don't want to talk about that one. But a few are quite as terrible as James Slag Wormwood. He was the foreman of the graveyard shift at Sloss Furnace in Birmingham. This factory produced pig iron in the aftermath of the American Civil War. It was a hot
Commodity.
Commodity, that's right, as it was an essential addition to the huge amount of steel products being produced across the United States. At its peak, the factory was one of the most largest producers of pig iron in the entire world. In order to keep up with the incessant demand in the late 19th and early 20th century, it is rebooted that Wormwood forced his team of 150 workers to take dangerous risks. 47 of his workers died. Many others were seriously wounded after experiencing horrific accidents, including one that left 6 of his workers blind. In response, it is believed that the workers attacked him and threw him into one of the factory blast furnaces in October 1906. After Wormwood's disappearance, workers reported feeling an uneasy presence in the factory. Men felt themselves being pushed from behind and being told to get back to work to push more steel. There is even a rumor that 3 supervisors were found unconscious in one of the boiler rooms. More than 100 reports have been filed with the Birmingham police. It's no surprise that the factory is considered one of the most haunted places in Alabama.
Interesting.
Do you think those can live underwater, like on a sunken ship?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, there was ghost ships and all that, so that is possible. There's in Alabama for a year. Asked Brittany about the farmhouse we had and how haunted that one was. That sounds like a cool conversation piece. But answering your dad's question, I think they can.
Maybe.
You think about it, there were ghost ships all throughout the country, and
True.
they're haunted by ghosts. So
but some of the ghost ships that are there, some of them are still above water.
Some, but not all.
Not all. I don't know.
I think they can. I say yes.
Pretty interesting. Ow.
All right, the factory today.
So, the factory today. The factory eventually closed the doors in 1971 after being open for 90 years. Today, the old factory is a National Historic Landmark and operates as an industrial museum. It was one of the first industrial sites to be preserved and restored for public use. You can now visit it as a part of a self-guided or guided tour. Want to increase your chance of experiencing your own hair-raising experience, take a night tour. Previous guests have claimed to hear strange voices, the sound of footsteps, and the clanging of metal chains against the furnace. They also felt cold chills in certain areas and reported shadowy figures following them in the dark.
Now that's cool.
Last night on the Drain the Ocean did a segment on Arizona and Hawaii. Get on that shit.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, he's talking about the old Pearl Harbor attack, so
Mhm.
there were a lot of military personnel killed on those ships that day, so the ghosts probably still haunt that ship. Because I
Probably
think,
had stories.
well, you think about it, probably a lot of them were not, a lot of the bodies were probably never found.
Probably.
Same with Ground Zero in New York. Look how many people died on 9/11. Look how many
Mhm.
people weren't found.
Mhm.
So Lower Manhattan's probably haunted by ghosts too.
I swear, I think Rodney was reading a story or watching something on Facebook that they said in the new building in New York that they hear people screaming and crying in the new building.
Mm-hmm. I
Oh
believe
my
it.
god! Oh boy! Redmont Hotel in Birmingham. It seems like almost every large city in the U.S. has its own haunted hotels, and Birmingham is no different. While the Redmont Hotel is the city's oldest and most historic hotel, only 20 people found at the Trade Center. It's just crazy after thousands of people were involved in it. The city's oldest and most historic hotel. There is a highest chance it's also Birmingham's most haunted hotel. The Redmont opened in 1925 and had the most amenities available, including private baths, ceiling fans, and chilled water. The ghost stories attached to the hotel are related to guests or staff who died there. One of the most famous residents is the ghost of a woman in white who died in the hotel. She is often seen on the ninth floor of the hotel. People have also seen the ghost of Clifford Stiles, one of the former owners of the hotel. However, the celebrity ghost of the hotel is none other than Hank Williams, who stayed at the property shortly before he died in 1952. Many locals believe he never actually left the hotel and still lingers there today. Some of the paranormal activity experienced at the hotel includes doors opening, closing, and furniture or suitcases moving around the room. It is also common to hear strange noises, seeing
Apparitions.
apparitions through the property. The hotel is now operated by Hilton Hotels as a part of their Chur-
Truro.
collection. Lucky you, you can see for yourself whether or not it's one of Alabama's most haunted places. While you're in Birmingham, don't forget to do one of our fun-filled Birmingham scavenger hunts. Each one offers a great way to get to know the top attractions, hidden gems, or your destination, plus get a little break from the spooky stuff.
Yeah. And your dad says 3,000 or something, I believe. Yeah. Over 3,000 people died at the World Trade Center on 9/11, and only 20 bodies were found.
Do you think, because didn't a plane hit the Pentagon?
Yep.
And people were killed in there, weren't they?
I think there was not as many as Ground Zero, but there
Yeah,
were some.
fatalities. So imagine, do you think they haunt the Pentagon?
Maybe.
That's crazy.
And then you had the one out in the field in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
20 live people were found. There you go. So only 20 people that were still alive were found at the Trade Center.
That's crazy.
Out of all the people that were down there that day.
Mm-hmm. Durish House.
Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa. That's how you pronounce it? I was like slurring
Tuscaloosa, same thing. Not many
my-
at the Pentagon. So the Ground Zero is the one that most people died, other than the plane crash in Pennsylvania.
Hmm. Built in 1637, the Durish House was originally the family residence of Dr. John R. Durish and his family. It was located in the center of a 450-acre plantation in Hurtville, where we lived. There was a haunted playground called the Dead. I think I have that on here. I did find that the playground that Amanda's talking about. I believe I have that. I have it saved. I gotta go back and find it.
Nice.
Sadly, John Durish died in 1867 after falling down a stairway. Oh, that's a shitty way to die. His wife died in 1884 after the death of the Durishes. The mansion changed hands frequently over the next few decades. The land was eventually sold and subdivided as Salagusa, I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry, continued to grow. Eventually, the house itself was used by the Tuscaloosa Board of Education as a school from 1906 to 1925. This is also when many of the ghost stories and sightings began. The house was then purchased by the Tosca Wrecking Company to serve as parts warehouse, as that Southside Baptist Church took over the property and kept it for most of the 20th century. During this time, visitors reported seeing fires burning in the third-story tower when there was no fire and seeing ghostly lights coming from the house. The fire sightings may be linked to Durish's wife Sarah, who is rumored to have started a fire in this very same tower. As with many haunted houses, the Durish house is currently being used as a function space. It is a particularly popular wedding venue thanks to the elegance of the mansion. While it's not easy to get inside unless you're planning or attending a wedding, you can read more about the house in Caitlin Tucker Winham's book, 13 Alabama Ghosts and Jeffrey.
So it's still used as a wedding venue. Imagine getting married where ghosts hang out. That must have been cool.
Hey guys, we're gonna go get married in a haunted venue.
Now,
Next thing you know, you got people touching your feet. You got stuff missing off your table. Yeah.
but now the question is, can you best man be a ghost, or you maid of honor be a ghost?
Oh my goodness! Don't get my dad started.
No, I'm curious. Think about that though. You go to get married, you can't find anyone to be your best man or maid of honor, but you have your wedding at a haunted
I'll be the red.
mansion. I think that'd be cool. Hey man, you want to be my maid of honor? Can't see it, can't hear you, but now all of a sudden you're getting wedding pictures done and just don't like you see a ghostly figure with a hand on your shoulder. That'd be cool.
No.
That'd be
Fort
fun.
Oregon National Historic Landmark, Gulf Shores. Many people flock to the Fort Morgan and Gulf Shores area to enjoy the relaxing sand and surf, but there's much more to the area than meets the eye. Constructed in 1834. Oh my goodness. Constructed in 1934, Fort Michigan has a long and bloody history that has led many paranormal investigators to label it one of the most haunted places in Alabama. As the Civil War era, Fort Michigan endured heavy fire during the Battle of Mobile Bay in 1864. During this diverse battle,
The Confederate.
sorry, I zoned off for a minute. The Confederate National Forces were defeated by the Union. By the end of the battle, Mobile, which had been one of the last Confederate posts on the Gulf of Mexico, was sealed. This created a shipping stranglehold that effectively crippled the South. The fort was used intermittently throughout the Spanish-American War, World War I, and World War II. It's now a historic site that's open to the public. Many visitors to the fort have claimed to hear the cries and screams of Confederate soldiers. They've also seen the ghost of a young woman who believed to have been killed in the fort.
So this is actually right on the Gulf of Mexico, and you can go out if you see it. That'd be cool. Any old abandoned fort that is war related is probably preserved to be just like it was back when it was in use.
Mm.
So, yeah, especially if you get to have ghost sex at night. Your dad on this whole ghost sex thing. So, what have I done?
The Ghost Bridge in Florence, also known as the Jackson Fort Bridge. The creativity named Ghost Bridge is a diplomated structure that looked like it was straight out of a horror movie. Located deep in the woods, the 100-year-old bridge was closed in 1996. Urban legends claim that there were often a white mist laying on the top of the bridge, strange orbs, and the sound of footsteps when no one else was around. Many of these ghost stories are spooky stories, and spooky sightings are linked to car accidents, Civil War battles, teenage pranks gone wrong, and more. The historic bridge was sadly demolished in 2013, despite local efforts to save it. Now the only ghost sightings associated with the bridge are the memories of the ghost hunters who witnessed them.
See, now that just sucks. You're taking a historical landmark that has over 100 years of history and demolishing it because a couple people want to ruin it for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks.
People, I tell you. Maple Hill Cemetery, Huntsville. The oldest and largest cemetery in Huntsville, the Maple Hill Cemetery, was founded back in 1822. It's now a who's who of some of Alabama's most
It's now a who's who of some of Alabama's most distinguished residents.
residents. 5 former U.S. senators and 5 Alabama governors are buried there. Visiting the cemeteries also is almost like having an improbable Alabama history lesson. Maple Hill Cemetery is also the final resting place of hundreds of unknown Union and Confederate soldiers who died on the battlefield. It is also home to the Dead Children's Playground. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's one of the places she's talking. Yep. I'm not sure you could find a name more anonymous than this one. The Dead Children's Playground is a playground located within the cemetery and is really as bad as it sounds. This is one of the most haunted areas of the whole cemetery. The playground seems to be particularly popular among the spirits of children buried in the graveyard. Hold on, we gotta get the comment down real quick. There we go. Many of these children died during the 1918 Spanish flu epidemic, which had a major impact on the city of Huntsville. People have heard the sounds of children's laughter and have seen the ghosts of children playing late at night. Meanwhile, others claim to see swings moving on their own.
So this is the part that Amanda was talking about.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
With this comment. Sorry. Amanda has some great haunted location in Huntsville where we live there is a haunted playground. So that's exactly the one she's talking about.
Yeah, no.
Sign me up!
Yeah, you have fun with that.
Hey, maybe I'll find Dixie. You never know.
Maybe you'll find it. Also, Dixie's hanging around a haunted cemetery.
Hey, you never know with that bitch. Sweetwater Mansion.
See, yeah, yeah. See, Sweetwater Mansion. Why am I having tongue twisters? Another foreign spot that's perfect for ghost hunting. The Sweetwater Mansion is a plantation house that was built in the mid 1830s by a War of 1812 veteran. The basement of this 8-room mansion served as a Civil War hospital and may has also been the county jail. Visitors to the house have seen shadowy figures,
Apparitions.
and a woman dressed in a 19th century clothing. They've even heard the sounds of disembodied voices.
There you go.
A caretaker reported, I thought that was going to say something else. I don't know why I thought it said something else. A caretaker reportedly saw a phantom casket in the house complete with a body of a Civil War soldier inside. Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Paranormal investigators have also had strange things appear in photographs. The house is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Unfortunately, it is not open to the public normally. However, they do sometimes open their doors around Halloween for people wanting to learn more about the history of the house and perhaps see a ghost or two.
And now your dad probably likes that one because it being the caretaker
Halloween.
a phantom casket. So all of a sudden you see a casket floating in the air and then it opens and look, there's a full soldier's ghost in it.
Yeah, you open it, next thing you know, you're going to see my dad. He's like, yeah, see, I told you I'm the Rev Grimm.
You know who the fuck I am.
Right. He's trying to teach Raiden how to say that. Next thing you know, Raiden's got to go to school and say it.
Gaines Ridge Dinner Club. Hey, it's all Camden.
I had this pulled up on my other thing I found, too. The other article was pretty much same like with this one. Built in the late 1820s as a private residence, the Gaines Ridge Dinner Club, I don't know why I keep saying diner, outside of Camden, is a picturesque
Antebellum
mansion that has doubled as high-ended restaurant since 1985. The stately building features a federal-style interior, Greek Reveal exterior that was popular in the first half of the 19th century. Since transitioning into a dining establishment, it has become known as the most haunted restaurants in Alabama. Are you cheering to it?
Yep.
Why?
Because it's fun. You can go eat dinner and get haunted by ghosts.
Next thing you know, you're going to get smacked with your food on your lap or something. Staff members report hearing voices calling out their names and a baby crying. They've seen a female apparition, right, floating
Yep.
outside the window during the night. Mm-mm. They have also smelled pipe smoke coming from the upstairs, even though no one else was there. The dinner club is open from Thursday to Saturday night, which gives you the chance to decide for yourself. Yeah, no.
So think about this, okay? You ever watch the movie Beetlejuice?
Yes. I just watched Beetlejuice the other day. I'm so excited to see the second one.
I am too. So you gotta think of this scene in particular, okay?
Mm.
They're sitting at the
Oh, you talking about where they're like there and he starts messing with the shrimp and everything?
Yeah, and then they grab that's what the dinner club is.
No. Getting attacked by shrimp.
Why not? Think about it.
Alright, what we got next? The Lucas Tavern in Montgomery. Once an upscale establishment where travelers could rest, Lucas Tavern has served as both a guest house and private residence since 1820, when it was acquired by Walter and Elisa Lucas. It soon became one of the best places to stay in Montgomery, thanks to the clean beds, delicious meals, and warm Southern hospitality. It is said that Marquis de
Lafayette.
Lafayette spent the night there in 1825. The historic tavern consists of contents of the main tavern room, a kitchen, a dining area, and bedrooms. Most of the existing house is still original despite being converted into a home, being converted into a storage facility, eventually being abandoned. The property was completely restored in 1980 and is now part of a block of historic buildings. It is open for visitors in case you want to take Wakanda. You just scared the shit out of me. Friggin' ass. Eventually being abandoned, the property was completely restored in 1980 is now part of the block of historic buildings. It's open for visitors in case you want to take a look around inside. Elisa, one of the former owners, is believed to appear in the house from time to time, almost as if she's hoping to find some guests who need assistance. She makes sure to keep an eye out for her while you're there. Get out of here, cat. Freaking cat just came walking in on here. All I hear is the door opening.
I love it.
Oh, so this one's not too bad. It's just the old owner wants to make everybody comfortable.
All right, the Jameson Center in Northport.
Also known as the Old Bryce Hospital, the Jameson Center is one of the Alabama's paranormal hotspots. Originally called the Alabama State Hospital for the Insane, it was constructed in 1939 on the grounds of a former plantation, housed patients until 1977. Like many of the asylums of the era, patients housed at the center were put to work as doctors believed this was an important aspect of mental health care. This helped the center remain largely self-suitable throughout its existence. Excuse me. The level of care gradually declined over the years, and in 1970 the hospital was the center of an expose that revealed the horrific conditions that its 5,000 patients were living in. This led to the eventual closure of the facility. The hospital had been completely abandoned, and the surrounding forest is slowly taking over. The whole atmosphere is incredibly creepy. People have reported hearing voices, footsteps, and the sound of creaking doors while they're there. I don't know if there's any more to that part.
What is what it looks like today? I was looking up a picture real quick.
That's not creepy. I mean, imagine standing out there and then seeing somebody standing in the window. That's creepy.
I mean, it does look cool. This looks like your normal old place.
Yeah. Looks like something you'll find out here in Jersey.
And you got pictures like that of the inside of it.
I've been watching videos of these people going in abandoned hospitals. Oh
what other ones you got? Like, that's the outside of it. I mean, looks like a normal place.
Yeah.
I'd go check it out.
Well, I knew you would go check it out. You send my dad into there, the ghosts are going to go running. He's going to scare them more than they're going to scare him.
Probably, but that makes it more fun. Who knows? Your dad might find a friend.
Probably. The Boynton Oak.
Yep.
While it seemed odd to have a tree on this list, the Boynton Oak is one of the city's biggest and oldest trees. It also has one of the most interesting urban legends attached to it. The legend stems back to 1835 when a man named Charles R.S. Boynton was executed for the murder of his friend and roommate, Nathaniel Forrest. Before his execution, Boynton supposedly said that an oak tree would spring from his heart, prove his innocence. The Boynton oak did, in fact, rise up from his grave as he said it would. The tree stands just outside the wall of the Church Street graveyard near Bayou Street. You can easily combine a visit to the tree and cemetery with your fascinating mobile scavenger hunt to discover everything the city has to offer. Well, okay.
So it's kind of like the Devil's Tree in New Jersey, if you ask me.
Oh.
I mean, if I make this bigger, but it's not working for me. There you go. And there's a sign for it. Hence, the friend's murderer predicted an oak would crawl from his heart to prove his innocence.
Cool.
So, I mean, that's pretty interesting. Now, you think about it, that was back in 2020, so that foundation is not that old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all this stuff is really cool. It depends on like how much in depth you want to do into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is this one that we were talking about earlier? Maple Hill Cemetery. Let's see if I can find some pictures of that real quick.
I know I have another list. Let's see.
Yeah, just Maple Hill Cemetery just looks like another. Here's a sign from Maple Hill Cemetery. Established in 1818 by the city of Huntsville, Maple Hill Cemetery has become the final resting place of many citizens of the community. Here lie brave men who served in the major wars of our nation, many public servants, and many citizens whose good works may have been known only to God. Nothing like the Devil's Tree. I'm being corrected. Amanda is saying the Boynton Oak is nothing like the Devil's Tree.
Pretty first, I have something, but I can't seem to find it. I would like to call a roll call, please, because it's been quiet.
It has been, you're right. Yeah, I will put it. Well, we know Mama D probably fell asleep.
Probably.
Let's see if I can find another list. Let's see.
Let's see what else I found that list. But some of the lists like I found are like the same places.
Yeah, well, a lot of them are going to be that way. I just found the 8 most haunted places in Alabama. Yeah. The King's Criswell Garnett Mansion in Monroe County. Alex is still here. Alex is always here. He's never talks stuff. The King Criswell Garnett home in Monroe County was built in the late 1850s by William Dock King, the nephew of the only vice president to hail from Alabama. So we want an old plantation in Alabama. Then you have the good old USS Alabama, which is a battleship. We have vessel was completed in 1942 and served for 3 years without any fatalities. Enemy fire, however, ironically, there was numerous deaths caused by friendly fire. Interesting. Your dad's even being quiet now all of a sudden.
Right.
Visitors say they often
Look, the Leicester Hospital story. There are many tales about the Leicester Hospital, but to the people that experienced them, there are more than just tales. Hey, stop moving. Jackson Memorial Hospital opened in the early 1940s as a clinic for Leicester and the surrounding communities. There have been many patients pass through the halls of the Leicester Hospital. Some never left. Leicester Hospital closed in the early 90s, but employees have long since talked of strange occurrences within the walls of the old hospital. Employees as well, patients have experienced things being moved and figures being seen in the hallway. Where does it go? Poop fall in? What?
I'm going to look that up for him. I'm actually kind of curious.
There has also been many tales of paranormal activity in and around the Leicester, Alabama community. The figure of a female dressed in blue blood-covered dress is often seen near Todd Lake. A woman said to have the head of an animal has been observed slurping motor oil. Observed slurping motor oil by baptizing branch. There's appropriation. Stop moving. Ew. Stop it. While all of this happens in the Leicester area, the hospital is a central gathering point for much of the activity. A few paranormal area search agencies have been even across the hospital for research, and have since found to be the hotbed of activity. Scare for Charity has taken over the hospital and have actually experienced many of the stories for themselves. If you have the nerve to experience a paranormal activity for yourself, then make your way to the haunted Leicester Hospital to take the tour. Just don't be surprised at what you might find. I mean, it's fucked up. The toilet looks like the Daytona 500 with a major crash. You go to wipe and there's nothing there. I don't know, Zayden kept telling me he had ghost poop yesterday. Pretty gross.
I literally just looked it up. There is considered a thing called ghost poop.
Well, yeah, it's where you go poop and you wipe and you let it in. Ghost poop.
Well, there's a lot of different ways that make you think that you pooped, but you never did, or according to this article, you poop and it just goes right down the chute before you can even see it. That's a ghost poop.
That's a ghost poop. Now we have Alex sending in the ghost poop emojis.
Well, you know how your brother is. He feeds off your dad. As your camera just shifted up that way.
I don't know. I just kicked something and it shifted everything. There we go. Much.
All right, I'm going to run the second hole in customs real quick, and then we can keep going with the rest, or we can wrap this shenanigans up. Your call. But in the meantime, we will be right back. have it at Hole & Customs. If you can dream it, they can make it. They have t-shirts, vinyls, tumblers, decals, you name it. Like I said, you can get. You name it, they can make it. Plus, you can find all your Basement Show merch at HolmesCustoms.com as well. So go over and support the show and pick up some awesome merch. And your dad's still on this ghost poop.
He's not gonna stop.
And sure it's bad. No, I see it in the toilet. I'll use toilet paper roll and there's nothing on the paper. I'm like, where did the shit go? So it's actually funny because I found something that your dad might correlate with all these interesting comments. So there's 3 kinds of ghost poops. Feeling like you need.
Really looked this up?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god, you're just as bad as him.
Yes, feeling you need to poop but only having gas. Experiencing the poop that goes straight down the drain.
I hate that. Like when you have so much gas built up in your stomach, and you feel like you have to go, but then you just go and you just fart.
That's a ghost poop. Experiencing a poop that goes straight down the drain. That's number 2. Or experiencing a clean poop, like your dad just said, that doesn't leave a messy aftermath in their toilet. That is the 3 kinds of ghost poops. So you got 3 separate kinds of ghost poops. So what category does ghost poop fall under and all that shenanigans? I say utterly and fucking disgusting. But is there anything else that you want me to look up for Alabama for you?
Oh yeah, because I'm trying to like merge it on my computer to do it. Like have one half on this, and it's not acting right for me. This Thursday on the spot, we're going to discuss the theory of ghost poop. Whatever you say, Dad.
I mean, this is where you need Mama D, because Mama D would probably just go along right with it. So you heard it from himself. If you want to learn about ghost poop, tune in Thursday night. Since we know what's going on Thursday, where's Mrs. Grimm at? What we talking about tomorrow night? I mean, where's Mama D at? Because that might be actually an interesting theory that your dad dives into. So, oh, these are the creepiest abandoned places in the United States. Can I make these bigger? Oh, I can. Here you guys, here. Just look at some of these buildings real quick. Doesn't give me a list of names, but that's an old Western Hotel Mead. That looks like something in like Arizona. Lake Shawnee Amusement Park, Mercer County, West Virginia. West Virginia is another state I haven't done yet. She just took Ray out. Ray's gonna have ghost poop too. Seth, are you seeing these pictures or no?
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at more stuff. Hey, that's not a thing. Yeah, no. See, the only like I'm not gonna lie, like me and Ronnie, because for a while we were talking about like moving to like Delaware, and I found this really nice house in Delaware, and I guess the owners or whatever left the piano there in the house, and Ronnie's like, whatever, there's left the piano in the house, it's haunted. It was like, no go.
Troy says, what about Virginia? Troy, since you asked about Virginia, we can do Virginia next week. I will look up a whole entire list of hauntings in Virginia, but you gotta promise me, sir, you'll be in chat for it. That's a hotel. I might have a very special guest this Thursday. I'll know more in coming days. But if it does happen, you're not going to want to miss it. History in the making. Yes. There you go. An old West Virginia penitentiary. That looks dope.
There's special guest sisters. I'll know more in that upcoming. Well, Dad, I just sent you something. Johnny, I just sent you something. I think I'm gonna go with this. Is gonna be my logo. I just sent it to my dad and see what my dad thinks of it.
I'll look at it after the show. St. Louis Cemetery, number 1, New Orleans. Okay. Ohio State Reformatory. Have you ever watched? Well, have you ever watched the movie Shawshank Redemption?
No.
You gotta watch it. I know your dad has. This is actually where they filmed that movie at. So definitely worth checking the movie out.
You gotta look at what I sent you. You'll like it.
I will. At first glance, a little setup might seem remotely supernatural. Your mind.
Street lights.
That's pretty cool. See mystery lights, yeah. Ooh, Rhody
Nice.
State. Hey,
That'd be nice to explore.
I've seen it. Okay, so Mr. Knast, if I can find any places, can I send them to you or Grimm? Yes, you can. Send them to me, Troy. Great movie, long but great. Yes, so Ohio State Reformatory is where that movie was filmed. Doesn't even look like a prison. But yes, Troy, if you find any places in Virginia, send them my way, please. I will compare a list and go from there.
Wait, so you already picked yours for next week?
Yeah, we're going to do Virginia.
I mean, I gotta find something now.
For Mr. Troy, because Troy is from Virginia.
Okay.
Rhody State Historical Park. I like that. I like the old park. What else we got?
It's a pink house.
The old Pink House in Savannah, Georgia. Savannah, Georgia is another really good city. Georgia's a good one to look up too. Oh, that's Queen Mary, Long Beach, California. I have actually seen this in person. Onion Salute, Alaska. Your dad had suggested Alaska a couple weeks ago.
It's a football.
The Congress Plaza Hotel, Chicago.
There's this. I know there was this movie on Netflix about a hotel being haunted.
Oh yeah. There's a lot down south. Yes, that is very, very true. Another one in Savannah, Georgia.
How about Texas?
Have you ever seen the Winchester House, the movie?
I don't remember.
Okay, well that's this is the house from the movie Winchester.
I think I wanted to see it, but
Another very good supernatural movie. So, what else we got? Eastern State Penitentiary. That's right in Philly. I know you've been there.
nope.
You've never been to Eastern State.
Nope. Rodney has. He went when we first got together. He went with his friends. And so, like, there he had tickets and stuff to go. And this is around the time me and him first got together.
Gotcha. And Winchester, I believe, is based on a true story. Yes. But Eastern State Penitentiary is an awesome Halloween attraction. The tour is amazing. This is actually the prison that the famous Al Capone was kept in. Al Capone was an old mafia boss in the early 1920s and stuff. Bell Witch Cave, Tennessee. Hotel Monte Vista in Flagstaff, Arizona. St. Augustine Lighthouse. I just did. Okay, I will look after the show. Thank you, sir. Another West Virginia. And Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Yeah, my kind of people.
Your kind of people.
The Pine Barrens. Come on. We all know about the Pine Barrens in New Jersey.
Not me.
You've been to the Pine Barrens before.
Nuh-uh.
You've never been to Basto?
No.
Dude,
The
look,
one time you guys went you guys did Hope's birthday there, we didn't know if we were going to go into labor, so I didn't go because I was pregnant with the baby.
okay. Well, you live 20 minutes from the Pine Barrens. I am taking you down this summer when you're getting lost in the woods.
No. Because you will get left in the dirt.
House of the Seven Gables, Salem, Massachusetts.
That's something to say for when we do it in October.
We touched base on that last week.
Oregon.
The Piddick Mansion in Portland, Oregon. It's really cool. The Whaley House, San Diego.
What about New Orleans?
We did Louisiana already.
Oh, you suck.
I mean, if you want to retouch it, you're more than welcome to.
I don't know if you already did it.
There you go, the Alamo.
Texas. I don't know. I might do Texas next. My mom was born in San Antonio.
There you go. One that you probably didn't see on your Alabama list.
I didn't see that one.
Old Chaba Agricultural Park, Orville, Alabama. Old Chaba is a ghost town in more than one sense. The former state capital was all but abandoned in the 19th century. Capital status was reassigned to Tuscaloosa, and during the Civil War, Confederate soldiers built a large prison for captured Union troops at Catawba Center. Today, ruins of the homes and grave sites sit among Spanish moss blanketed trees. They visited by eerie apparitions. Among them is the ghost of American Civil War leader Colonel Pegasus, who died at the Battle of Gaines Mill in Virginia, and who manifests as a ball of white light. So that used to be a prison.
That's a small prison. It's like it's out of Forrest Gump movie. I'm not gonna lie, that looks like I didn't really watch much into it. A house from Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, but your mom's right. The Forrest Gump movie.
Mm-hmm.
Lake George is another great place up in New York. Been there plenty of times. Walker House Books, New Orleans. There you go. I think I covered that when we did that. The Mizpah Hotel in Nevada. See, like when you look at some of these buildings, they just look haunted.
They look like they're haunted.
Moore's Jumbo Mansion, New York City. So this is on the outskirts of New York City. I believe I talked about this one too.
You did New York already?
Yep. The Devil's Tramping Ground.
North Carolina.
Wandering in the forest of North Carolina's Chatham County, and you'll happen across something surprising. The trees part to reveal a near perfect circle of buried land about 40 feet in diameter. It said that the devil comes to dance on this bare ground, and that's why no vegetation grows here, and why animals refuse to cross it. Walkers have also shared stories of seeing a pair of fiery red eyes looking at them in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. See your dad's comment?
2049 Barnesboro Road. There's nothing wrong with our apartment complex.
Lake Charles, Louisiana. Ooh, look at that. The Whitney Restaurant in Detroit, Michigan. Another Arizona, Vulture City on mine. Come visit my apartment. There you go. Lizzie Borden House up in Massachusetts. Driscoll Hotel, Austin, Texas. There you go. What else we got? Jackal Island Club Resort in Georgia. I have seen it firsthand. He's absolutely right. Fort Hamburg State Historical Park, California. Grand Hotel, Mexican Island. That looks amazing.
That's pretty.
Indiana University. There's another Virginia for Mr. Troy. The George Bush House in Williamsburg. Another really good historical spot if you're in this like war history. The Shanghai Tunnels. We talked about this last week. This is cool. The White House, yep.
The White House, what?
Yeah, White House is on it. You never knew that?
No.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we talked about this last week. So these are actually tunnels underground where they used to kidnap people. And then they built tunnels underground. They like ship the people through the tunnels to the port. So then they would be loaded up on the ships and then sent away.
Awesome.
You don't like any of this, do you? Hey, look, there's your Ford furnace again.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a cool place, though.
Reminds me of the movie Document. The Dakota, New York City. Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. If you do California, you gotta bring this up. This is one of the most haunted buildings in California. Idaho Palace, Honolulu, Delaware City. Fort Delaware was built in the 19th century as built for a prison during the Civil War. There you go. No, I don't think Abraham Lincoln died in the White House, sir.
He was at a movie theater.
Yep. Ford's Theater, I think. Awesome Theater, Memphis, Tennessee. I'm almost done. Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, Cook County, Illinois.
Ouch.
The Admiral fell in.
Huh? I said that place looks familiar.
This is down in Baltimore.
Yeah, I went to Baltimore, Maryland, about 2 years ago now, and we drove past like an area looking just like that.
Gotcha.
It was like really nice out there.
Gotcha. Hello, hello, Gary. He was pronounced dead in the Lincoln Room. Well, your dad probably knows more than I do, so.
But didn't he get shot in the head at a movie theater?
He did. You were right about that, but I guess he was pronounced dead in the White House.
So okay.
Bourbon Orleans Hotel, New Orleans. Kencut. What's that? Another hair riding ghost town. I like that. Hey, even the farthest estates have ghost towns. Yeah, I love that. Old Idaho Penitentiary and Boise. Been a ghost town. Another ghost town in Montana. Madame Sherry's Castle, Chesterfield, New Hampshire. That's pretty cool looking. Golden Josephine County, Oregon. That looks familiar from last week. Swana Palace, Oppenton, Virginia. Okay. The Blue Ridge Mountains. See, your dad said, but he was still alive after being shot. So.
How's that remotely possible?
He died during the surgery to remove the ball bullet. I mean, back then you never know. Like the ball bullets weren't as strong as a regular bullet. But it wasn't like it was like really close range. So who knows? That's out Washington. Ooh, Old Bridge in South Carolina. The quaint stone bridge. The Lincoln Park Zoo in Chicago. Waverly Hills Sanitarium. The last one, a place I've been to. They were made of lead, not copper. There you go. Steph, have you ever seen this hotel?
No.
Have you ever watched the movie Dumb and Dumber?
The first one?
Yes.
Yes.
This is the hotel they were at. Yeah,
And it's haunted?
yeah. Have you ever heard of the movie The Shining?
The Shining.
Here's Johnny.
I heard of it, but I never watched it.
Okay, well, this is the hotel that movie is based off of.
Why?
But yes, I've been in this physical hotel.
Yeah,
So one week I will have to do Colorado. I think when I'm out in Colorado, getting ready to go to Colorado, is when I'm going to do that. I have pictures inside this hotel.
show those pictures for. Why don't you do Colorado then next week?
No, I'm going to save it because I'm actually going to Colorado a month from today.
There you go.
So I'm going to do Colorado right before I go after.
Yeah, I saw Dumb and Dumber, but the other part where you said it's based off of that, I never saw that movie.
Yeah, well, this is the hotel they stayed at during that movie.
That's cool.
Me too. What do you mean? Wait, me too. What do you mean, me too? Unless your dad's going with me.
Oh, great. We're going to get cold.
Because let's see. Let me see if I can find these real quick. Hold on.
That you guys are getting kicked out of Colorado.
Oh, you're going too? Awesome.
Oh,
Let's see.
me and Shannon better get our mail, our bag.
Hey, look. There you go. Seth.
Oh, that's so cool. Who'd you go with?
I was out there with my family. I have family that lives out in Colorado. So.
Oh, like people. It's not like like a museum. Like people could stay there still,
Oh yeah, you can book rooms and everything.
or it's closed down.
Nope, fully open, fully functional, everything.
Oh, that's cool.
We're gonna have ghost hookers and
We're gonna have ghost hookers and blow. That's not true. The Lincoln Park Zoo is not haunted. I've been there a few times when my dad lived in Chicago to ride bikes there. That's the inside of it?
This is the entire hotel, yeah.
Ankle itches. You stayed in the hotel or you just visited it?
We did a tour.
Oh, okay.
That's what it looks like back in the early days.
They didn't have a pool in the early days?
There's your mysterious piano.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Ronnie said that when a house has a piano in it and it's left behind, that means it's haunted.
The wedding room that you have your wedding in. The creepy old guy people. That's the staircase going out to the front door. And then room 217 is supposed to represent the Shining room.
Do people stay in it?
Oh, yeah. Do you think Cinderella's castle is haunted in Disney? It might be.
I think I've heard stories of it.
Red Rum. Red Rum. I get closer, but yeah, that says Red Rum.
Why?
Because it's from the movie The Shining. If you look at it backwards, it's spelled murder.
Oh, yeah.
That's where they got it from in the movie. Red Rum is murder backwards.
Disney is supposed to be. I've heard that too. That Disney's apparently frozen and his body's in the in the castle.
See?
Oh, yeah, now I see it.
M-U-R-D-E-R. Murder. Red Rum. Red Rum. That's gonna be a new sound effect.
Oh God.
Dumb and Dumber.
Cool.
Some of the old movie props and stuff from the old days. Old underground tunnels that they have that you can't walk through them, which sucks, but it was really cool. And then Stephen King's The Shining.
Yeah, I never watched The Shining. I've heard of it.
Fucked up movie, but really, really good. And if you ever,
Wow.
basically, he takes a job as a writer. He has to overlook and stay at this hotel for the off season of the hotel. Becomes mentally insane, loses his mind. It's actually a really good suspense movie.
I'm gonna probably watch it.
And if you ever watch the movie Dumb and Dumber,
Probably let Ronnie watch it.
okay. Well, you remember the movie Dumb and Dumber, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he's at the bar and he storms out, and then he sees this. We landed on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a real newspaper article in the bar area of the hotel.
Oh wow!
And they actually let me reenact the scene.
Mm.
I don't have it on video, but
I'm not a chicken shit. I just don't like watching movies by myself. Oh, that's a pretty view.
This was on top of Mount Evans.
That's pretty.
But definitely can't wait to go back out there. Colorado is a beautiful state.
Mm.
If you've never been, you've never been.
Bullshit. I'm not a chicken shit.
See, now I know if you're in the studio, the bullshit button would be gone, so I'll be nice and not play it.
I'm waiting. Bullshit.
Oh, wait, you want to hear it? Okay, I'll play it.
I don't want to hear it.
Yes, you do.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
That bullshit.
Would you rather hear that?
Not the mama, not the mama, not the mama, not the mama.
I gotta get my kids a good recording of bullshit.
Well, that Dixie has her own sound bite now.
I heard.
Supposedly she got in the studio somehow and recorded something.
Maybe next time you should leave your stuff off.
Hey, I haven't heard from her since last week.
She
so
probably did it before she went missing.
Probably.
And you just finding it now. So maybe next time, don't leave your stuff on the table.
That is true. But what do you think? We wrap this thing up. What do you think?
Yeah, it's up to you. If you're gonna let the killer space flow into your apartment while you're sleeping.
He said it, not me.
I'm like 100% terrified of those damn things. And I don't know why.
There are a couple scary movies that scare me to this day. I'm 37. That I won't watch. I won't watch Aliens.
I was never really big into those movies.
Don't like Aliens. For some reason, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre fucks me up. And a movie called Scanners.
What's that?
Scanners is a movie that people become possessed, and like the one guy has like things pop out of his head, and then after a while, his head basically explodes.
There was this other movie that I'm scared of, but I don't know the name of it, so I always referred it to the Poopy movie because I never knew what it was like called. So there was like this like monster or whatever that used to go through your toilet bowl and eat you. And it looked like poop. I was made to watch that when I was little. The Killer Clowns of Outer Space, that like fully 100% traumatized me. Like I'm terrified of that thing. Like to the point where literally I saw the stuffed bears at GameStop and I was so terrified to touch them. Like terrified. Because I'm like, oh, these would be cool for my dad. And they had all three of them. But it's like I was so scared to touch them. I just walked away. I looked and walked away.
It's not gonna hurt you. Good eyes.
Ronnie's, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, please no.
I mean, it's not for everybody. I mean, I've watched it once, but
when I got a little bit older, we were staying at my grandfather's house, and this is when Damon and Meredith were living there, and we used to go up on the weekends. And Damon made us watch the first Paranormal Activity.
Now that's a good movie.
I was scared for weeks. I could watch it now without a problem. Like, I'm not scared of it. And for a while, I was still terrified of that movie. Like, every night, I would go in the boys in Alex and Brandon's room. I'd be running downstairs to my mom, freaking out. Mom, I'm scared. I'm hearing things. I used to sleep with my bedroom light on. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm 25 years old and I still won't sleep in the pitch dark. Even though I sleep with Rodney and I have the baby in there, I still will not sleep in the dark. I'm terrified. I'll leave the TV on. I have the stream lights, like what you have, and then I have another light on. I have 3 things on while I'm sleeping at night.
Well, I can always just turn these off if you want.
I don't like sleeping in the dark.
No, I don't blame you. I hear you. That's the poop. That's the poop movie she's talking about. Gremlin and the Creepy. Gremlin is an awesome movie.
They have a gremlin at Build-A-Bear.
Gizmo.
Gizmo's cute.
I agree.
But the other ones are nice.
Well, if you're talking about, hold on. Now you're gonna make me pull this up real quick. Hold on.
Well, the second thing is that, like, if you drop the water on Gizmo, it recreates those little creepy things. They're kind of ugly. I was never really into watching Gremlins. Gremlin.
Where the hell's he at? Hold on.
Gremlin burned up in the fire.
Oh, you saying how I look in the morning is scary?
Yeah, those things are so cool. They're like ugly.
Are you saying I'm ugly in the morning? Is that what you're trying to say?
You gotta get a little bit more extra beauty sleep, that's all.
That's fucked up. I let you on my show and you.
I saw the black and white one Stephanie had. I'm trying to think what he's talking about. Now I'm having a brain fart. My gremlin burned up in the fire. I stole the black and white one.
That one?
I don't remember having that. Maybe Alex, but I didn't remember ever having a gremlin. Maybe Alex.
He says, yep. So it must have been that one.
That thing's creepy.
He's pretty cool looking. No, here's Alex for you, okay? Hey! Come on, you're telling me that doesn't look like your brother.
We have found one for Brandon too.
Huh?
Got found one for Brandon too.
Brandon? Ben Franklin? I can do that. Found it. Oh, wait, I won't load up. Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Excuse me. Used to have that one and Gizmo on the boardwalk.
Look, it's Brandon!
Alex said, fuck you. So I was over at my dad's the other day, and he told me to look up who Johnny Bobbitt was. I was like, who is that? So I looked it up. I was like, yo, that is so Alex.
This one's not that big, but...
Yeah, that's the one they have at Build-A-Bear now.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But he's online exclusive, so you have to order him online.
Oh, here you go. Here's a better picture of him. I mean, the mohawk was always cool.
Those things are so, like...
Your mom even agrees the one I just had up is totally branded.
Brandon and Alex look like grandma. I look like Gizmo. I'm cute.
What, this one, Brandon?
Wasn't one of them named like Shadow or something like that, or Spike?
Something like that. Yeah, Joe, you can say this one's your dad.
So true. Hey, Dad, look, it's you. That's what Dad looks like in the morning.
She said it, so I did it.
Johnny's the one who pulled it up.
Yeah, but you could have defended your father and said no.
Listen.
It was Mohawk and Stripe.
I thought one was named Spike.
Well, let's see. Mohawk. Spike is the dog on look at that.
Yeah, I know that, but what I'm saying is, I swear, I haven't seen Gremlins in like years.
Well, here's Mohawk. Okay, that might definitely be your dad. Sorry, sir, but I'm leaning more towards this one being you. And what was the other one? Stripe.
Straight, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look that one up real quick. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, and this is Stripe. That Stripe. So you can definitely see the resemblance. Is that a cat fan?
Stupid cat. I swear that cat drives me nuts. Yes, what was it? Sunday. Oh my goodness, we were going like all over the house looking for him. I thought he ran away. I'm like, oh, how do I tell Zayden?
So we'll leave Stripe up for your dad as we close the show.
Okay. I'll get that from my dad for Father's Day.
Works for me.
I literally think I gotta find it now.
There we go. We'll bring us down and we'll have the almighty Stripe take the lead. I'm going. Someone's going to chew me out after the show. That's okay.
Okay.
So, would you like to take the first part, or would you like me to?
Which one is the first part?
The PTSD Awareness Month.
Yeah, I can do that one. So this month, the month of June, last time I said July, I don't know why. We are raising awareness for PTSD. I don't think we're doing the same thing as we did before, where we were doing the hearts and lights. We will be accepting donations for PTSD, and whoever bids donates the most, we will match.
I will match.
Mr. Knast will match the highest donation. So let's make sure we get those donations up so we can make another wonderful donation, just like we did for mental health and autism awareness. Yep. Autism awareness, we donated 210. Mental health was 215.
Correct.
And we're hoping we can beat that this month. Again, Mr. Knast will be going live on July 1st to let everybody know how much was donated, and he will be showing that himself personally, so you know it's going towards the cause. And also, again, he will be matching the highest donation,
which has already been set pretty high by your mom and stepdad, Mr. Jimmy Dog. They have donated $100, so not saying you gotta top that, but anything helps. $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, whatever you want to donate, it all helps. It all goes to a great cause. So don't be deterred. Please help us out. If not, there's other things throughout the month we are still trying to set out, like a clothing donation and so forth. So just stay tuned with us, but we are going to make some type of donation at the end of the month for PTSD awareness. So don't be bashful. Find a way you can help any way possible. What number just came in? 125. Perfect.
Is that good or is that too high?
That's right where it should be, I think. I would say it's in a normal range. Might be a little on the higher end, but it should be okay.
I don't know much about that. I know some things about certain things, but not everything.
Sure.
I can tell you about blood pressure.
Yeah, right. I got that. I'm happy with that.
I have
Right in the green, so he's good.
all right, that's good.
All right. Scrolling across the bottom, even though it is not mental health awareness anymore, we still touch base on it every single show. At the bottom, you see the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline 988. Anytime you're in crisis, need someone to talk to, or just need to be talked down from a mood you're in, someone is always there to answer the phone. All you gotta do is pick up a phone or text 988, and somebody will get back to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. So don't feel like you're alone. You can reach out to the Suicide Crisis Lifeline, or you can reach out to us on the Basement Show. Late at night might take us a little bit to get back to you, but we will get back to you. We are here for you. As we always say on the Basement Show, you are not alone. And if no one told you today, we all love you. So use the Suicide Crisis Lifeline 988, or reach out to us and you can ask us for help. We will be more than happy to help you. And if you can't,
I'm always up.
and if you don't have us on Facebook or anything like that, you can send us a message. We can link you up with our Discord account, which allows you to communicate with everybody within the show. We have a special segment in there for mental health as well. So please know you are not alone when it comes to mental health. We are here for you 24 hours a day. And we much rather talk to you down, rather than read your obituaries. Mm-hmm. Myself personally, I mean, I can be reached any times of the night. My phone literally sleeps on my chest like this. So someone calls me in the middle of the night, I am waking up like that. Mm-hmm. So please do not be afraid to reach out and contact us, or reach out to the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline 988. Someone will be there for you no matter what. Yes. So we will touch base on this one real quick. Our platforms. Zach, want to take that one?
So as you all know, we are here on Facebook. You can also follow us on YouTube. We have Discord. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty embarrassing. I don't have Discord. So pretty embarrassing. I haven't came around to it yet. I have to do it. Now we also have Twitch. We're trying to get those Twitch watches a little bit up there. So if you guys want, you can follow us on Twitch, and TikTok. All you have to do is look up Basement Show with Mr. Knast, and then you'll find us right there.
Yeah, I mean, we're everywhere pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Probably find some good things no matter where. Wherever we can stream, we'll probably find it.
Yeah. I mean, like Steph said, I would like to see the Twitch numbers go a little bit higher. I have a goal that I am trying to reach, and Twitch is the last one to do it. So if we can hit what the goal I am setting out for by the end of the year, that will be incredible. We've already done it on YouTube and TikTok. Now we just need Twitch to catch up. So find us on all platforms. Follow us, subscribe, ring the bell so you always get notified when we go live. And you can
and when you're on those platforms, make sure you always say hi, just so we know you are there.
Unless you're busy at work and you can't say hi, Heather. But
that's true.
All right, and then we also have HollandCustoms.com. We have run a couple ads for them tonight, commercials, and then they always say, "If you can dream it, we can make it." And that saying is very, very, very true. Catch you tomorrow night for ladies. All right, Troy. I will look over that list of Virginia for you, and we will cover Virginia next week, and then the Spawn will come up with her state, and we will promote that as well. But Poland's Customs, they always say, if you can dream it, they can make it. That is beyond true. Anything you can dream about, they can make for you. Tumblers, vinyls, t-shirts, coming in the fall, hoodies. It's all awesome work, and it's all made with love. I guarantee
And
you.
who knows? They could be coming up with some new things. You never know what's going on in their mind on what they want to make next. I hear some things that they want to come up with. We're just waiting for them to announce those things.
Yeah. So, I mean, stay tuned. Or you might even get a good old bumper sticker from the Rev himself saying you've been dicked by the Rev.
I keep saying we should do that to Rodney.
Four cops just rolled into the complex.
I don't even want to know.
Didn't do it. Not it.
On what side of the complex?
But would you like to take the last one, or would you like me to?
Doesn't matter. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Tie.
So I'll do Monday and Tuesday, and then you got Wednesday, Thursday. How about that?
Aye,
All right. Monday night, you have Mr. Heartless on Drago and Tink's Neverland. Lately, he's been doing Pokemon expeditions and so forth. So if you haven't checked that out, Drago and Tink's Neverland is dedicated to the real life Drago and Tink, AJ and Hope. So don't be afraid to come in and say hi to Mr. Heartless. He might be an asshole at times, but he is a good guy. So come show him some support. Tuesday nights, you got yours truly, Mr. Knast, with the new co-host, the Rev Grimm, where we cover all different states. I hope to do all 50. And then we're going to jump international, which is where the real fun begins. You can do Transylvania, the whole 9 yards, Chernobyl.
I called it on Transylvania.
And I'm sure I could probably get your dad to join us one night for Chernobyl, because he's always talking about Chernobyl. But you got that on Tuesday night, so please feel free to jump in, even if it's just to say hello, listen. Any support you give any of the shows is greatly appreciated.
And then Wednesday, we are now doing at Ladies' Night, which will be Mrs. Grimm and Mama D. I had permanently moved myself over to Tuesday nights on Expedition Night to help Mr. Knast out. But with the ladies, let's just hope sometimes they can stay on track. It's always fun, good advice. Even though it says ladies' night, it's not always just about ladies. You men can hop in, ask questions, even if questions about, females and stuff, going to another female about some things is always good, because you can, firsthand get the advice that you need from another woman, especially from Mrs. Grimm and Mama D. They're one of the top women to go to for some advice for certain things. I've gone to Mrs. Grimm for a bunch of things growing up. They go on at 9 p.m. on Wednesdays now. And then we jump to Thursdays. Thursdays now is dedicated to the famous, notorious Rev Grimm, and who knows what he has to talk about on his days. You don't know if you need an extra pair of pants. You might need some underwears. You might need a trash can to throw open. Maybe a bucket. Who knows? But as of right now, he's talking about ghost poop on Thursday. So just be prepared for what he has to talk about on Thursday. I'm sorry about that.
And you might have a special guest Thursday, you said as well.
And we are being told that there will be a special guest, so make sure you pop in Thursday to see who that special guest is. Again, he will be going live at 9 p.m. as well. Also, during the week, as of Friday to Sunday, there can always be a pop-up show from Mr. Knast, myself, Rev Grimm, Mama D or Mrs. Grimm, or even Heartless, um, you know, there's always something here for everybody on the Basement Show. So always check us out, show us some love. Without you viewers out there, this wouldn't be possible. So just keep showing us that love like you guys do every week.
Yeah. And your dad says they're behind your building, the U building, and the new and improved Rev Grimm. Which, if you missed last week, he's a little unhinged. But he's still all Rev Grimm.
Yes.
And then, as what I try to do at the end of every night, I just run through the comments real quick and just give a special shout out to those who took the time to watch us tonight. So you have Rev Grimm himself hanging out with us in chat, Mr. Troy Evans, Heather Dart on YouTube, which was awesome, Alex Malls in chat, Jackie McCluskey stopped by earlier, Gary stopped in to say what's up. Who else? Mama D was on Twitch earlier. Amanda Lewis was telling us some of her expeditions and stuff. Which stay tuned because we might invite them to join us for tonight and talk about what they do because they have now started a Ghost Guardians group, which is pretty fucking awesome.
Gary's still saying he's still here.
Huh?
Gary's still saying he's still in chat.
Okay. Shannon Moore stopped in tonight. Awesome to see her pop in. Like I said, Jackie, Mama D. And I want to say that's about it. So, I mean, thank you all for tuning in. I always say it is amazing to see the growth of this show. It is turning 2 years old and a little more than 2 months away of being live. And it is truly amazing from the day we started to where we are now. If you missed it live, go back and rewatch it. You can also go back to the very, very beginning, August 15th, 2022, and watch the very first episode of The Basement Show. And you can see how shitty my intros were and to see where they're at nowadays. And will completely blow you away. But just thank you for making The Basement Show a household name. I continue to strive to make the show better with everyone's help from the Spawn, the Rev, the Mrs. Grimm, Mama D, Heartless. You guys are all phenomenal. I couldn't have done this without you guys. I am in forever debt, as I call it.
Thank you.
But as everyone knows, I am the nice boss around here with a bit of an edge. but other than that, like Gary says, as always, thank you and everybody. He always likes to help your dad end the show. I can't do that. That's the Grimm trademark. But stay safe and make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern for Ladies' Night with Mama D and Mrs. Grimm. Other than that, any last words, Mrs. Spawn?
Nope, all good.
All right, everyone take care. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Oh.